This movie, inspired by true events and based on real police and court files, tells the story of Emmy, a young woman from a small Polish town near Szczecin who grew up with nothing and dreamed of everything. Ever since she was crowned the prettiest girl at her school beauty pageant, Emmy has chased the idea of a glamorous, wealthy life. She is funny, bold, and sharper than anyone gives her credit for. But those same qualities, her hunger, her nerve, her refusal to accept limits, will pull her deeper and deeper into a world that destroys everyone who stays too long. The film does not flinch from the question it asks at the very beginning: what is your price? And it follows Emmy all the way to the answer. The story opens near Szczecin in the year 2001. Emmy lives with her mother, a woman who stacks shelves at night and stretches every zloty to keep them going. Emmy is short on money for a bus ticket to the pageant, and short on money for the entry fee. A stranger in the crowd quietly covers that cost. On stage, she gives a warm and disarming answer, saying she would share every cent with the world so that for one day people would stop believing money is what matters. It gets applause. Then her heel snaps. She loses. The winner is Mariana, known as Marianka, polished, confident, and already part of a very different world. Emmy slips away to cry. That is when Dmitry finds her. Dmitry is charming and unhurried. He tells Emmy she is not inferior to Marianka and that he sees something in her. He and his mother Dorota run an operation together. Marianka is already part of it, and they lure young women into prostitution under the guise of modeling and opportunity. Dmitry asks if Emmy is a virgin and begins to lead her away when her mother suddenly appears, drags Emmy out, and scolds her furiously in front of everyone. The next morning, Emmy makes her choice. She goes back to Dmitry. She tells her mother nothing. She does not look back. As Emmy herself narrates it, the road seems straight, just like a hallway. She did not even realize she had entered a labyrinth. Dorota is quick to set out how things work. Nothing is free. The room is not free, the drinks are not free, and half of everything Emmy earns goes to them. Anything beyond the basic arrangement costs extra, and Dorota has a sliding scale for everything. Emmy adapts fast. She is, as she puts it herself, like going from a scooter to a Formula One car. Dmitry begins recording their private moments. When Emmy asks why, he waves it off as a hobby. She does not press the point. She is learning how to play this world, and for now, the money and the excitement are enough. By 2005, Emmy and Marianka are in Monte Carlo, working in a circuit well above what they started with. At a party on a yacht, Emmy notices a group of women who carry themselves entirely differently: classy, selective, spoken of only in admiring terms. They are not just pretty. They have what Emmy calls flair. She decides she wants that. She and Marianka identify Sam, the man managing those elite women. He is uninterested in them at first glance. Emmy proposes a card game with Sam and bets $10,000. If he wins, he can sleep with Marianka. The game begins and then, halfway through, Emmy simply walks away. Sam checks the cards and sees she held the winning hand. He understands immediately she threw the game on purpose just to get his attention. It worked. As they are leaving the hotel, Sam signals that he wants to speak to Emmy specifically, not Dorota, who tries to insert herself into the conversation. Emmy steps in and tells Sam she has good girls who could be useful to him. He offers her a contract for a party on the condition that he deals only with her. Emmy goes to work recruiting. She approaches models, explains the arrangement, and signs 10 girls. One of them is Camilla, young, innocent, and clearly different from the others. Camilla is nervous on the way to the hotel and confides in Emmy that it is her first time. Emmy tells her not to care what people think and promises they will earn big money. At the party, hosted by a man named Santino, the night unfolds in various directions. Camilla is taken to Santino's room and returns glowing. He only wanted to talk, she says, and cook dinner, and play her favorite music. He tipped her $2,000 and she has never felt anything like it in her life. Emmy collects her 50%. Dorota watches from the room's edge burning with jealousy, and Sam pays Amy for the night. Dorota cannot stand being sidelined. She grabs Marianka and approaches Santino directly in front of his important guests, trying to negotiate her own arrangement. Santino is irritated and asks her to leave. Sam later tells Emmy that Dorota broke the rules and she needs to be cut off. He then asks Emmy, almost casually, if she has ever thought about children. Emmy says their hearts have turned to stone. In their line of work, there is no room for that kind of thinking. Sam replies that even stone can melt. He leans in to kiss her. Marianka interrupts them. Emmy confronts Dorota and kicks her out. The next day, Santino tells Emmy he wants to work with her long-term, on the condition that Marianka and Dorota stay away. Emmy is overjoyed. She decides from this point on she will not sleep with anyone herself. She will run the business. Emmy returns to Warsaw to recruit more girls, and that is where she meets Bartek. He breeds Arabian horses, is doing well for himself, and carries himself with the quiet steadiness she has never encountered. Little by little she falls for him. Bartek takes her to dinner at his family's stud farm. His father asks what she does and she says she runs a modeling agency. She barely listens to the conversation, keeps checking her phone. The father reads it as pure disrespect and tells Bartek plainly that Emmy is not right for him. Emmy storms out, hurt and embarrassed. Meanwhile, Camilla is sitting at a bar when her boyfriend Janet comes to take her home. She pushes him away. The money and the lifestyle have already changed what she wants. Santino is preparing a massive party in Cannes and Emmy assembles nearly 50 girls for it. Only she is invited. Dorota and Mariaka are excluded. On the yacht and in the hotel, everything glitters. But then the girls come back from a party one night and find everything stolen. Money, wallets, passports, suitcases. Sam appears and tells them they need to move hotels immediately before police arrive. In the chaos, Camilla tells Emmy she has had enough and wants to go home. She asked for her passport. Emmy refuses. Camilla has expenses to repay first. She leaves her there. Camilla, trapped and desperate, eventually reaches out to Dorota. One night on the yacht, Santino's brother Bahir approaches Emmy and asks how much she costs. She mocks him and says he cannot afford her. He tries to assault her and Emmy smashes a bottle over his head. He is about to go further when Santino appears and shuts the whole party down. Later, Sam comes to apologize to Emmy. As he is leaving, she stops him, and they sleep together. Emmy later pieces together that Sam was the one who arranged the theft at the hotel, but she keeps quiet about it. When she leaves the yacht, Bartek is waiting on the shore. He takes her to the beach and she begins to tell him she has something important to confess, that she is not who he thinks she is. Before she can get the words out, Bartek gets down on one knee and proposes. At that same time, one of Dorota's associates picks up Camilla, takes her to a hotel, her, and refuses to pay. With nowhere to turn, Camilla calls Emmy. Emmy does not answer. Camilla takes her. Her body is found near Cannes 6 months later. Years pass. Emmy and Bartek build a life together, a home, a daughter they name Camilka. Emmy narrates that she began to forget who she had been, but never stopped looking over her shoulder. Then one day she comes home to find a video playing on the television. Footage of her and Dmitry, private recordings from years ago. The house is empty. Bartek has taken their daughter and gone. Emmy rushes to the school and confirms it. He has seen everything and left. She realizes Dmitry kept those recordings all along. Completely shattered and desperate to win custody of her daughter, Emmy does the only thing she knows how to do. She goes back to Dorota and Marianka and tells them they are going to Dubai together. The money from the party will fund her legal fight for Camilka. She organizes everything. They arrive at the Saudi palace. But when Emmy finally meets the host, it is not Santino. It is Bahir, Santino's brother, the man she hit with the bottle. He tells her calmly that the day she struck him, he swore he would have his revenge. He reveals that Santino is dead. He eliminated him. Then he takes Emmy into a room and her. Sam witnesses it and is overcome with shame. He admits to Emmy afterward that he was the one who bought her sex tape from Dmitry and used it to force her to come. He had no idea what Bahir would do. After Bahir is finished, he lets Emmy go. As Emmy tries desperately to find her daughter, the police arrest her. They found Camilla's file and uncovered the entire network she ran. In prison, her mother visits and tells her she is not angry and still loves her. A year later, Emmy is released. In the final scene, she is in Wrocław in 2011, working alone in a bookstore. She speaks of the things she regrets. Not picking up Camilla's call. Not being with her mother when she was dying. Never getting the chance to tell Bartek that their daughter was truly his. She says she spent her whole life telling herself not to regret anything. Therefore, today, she regrets everything. And that is how the story ends. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like and a comment to keep me going. Thanks.